one. Blog Talk Radio.
It will be a killer and a chiller and a thriller when I get the gorilla in Manila.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cassius Marcellus Clay. He's young, he's handsome. They know it.
I can turn the drink of water and kill a dead tree. Don't mess with Muhammad Ali.
I've done something special. I've wrestled with an alligator. I've tussled with a whale. I've handcuffed lightning, throw thunder and hail.
I'm as confident as I say, and I'm better than I say I am.
I'm a poet, I'm a prophet, I'm the resurrector, I'm the savior of the boxing world. If it wasn't for me, the game would be dead.
Who would bet on flying paddles beating me? Who would bet on Ernie Terrell beating me? I told you I was floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. His hands can't hit what his eyes can't see.
Last week I murdered a rock, hinges a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
I'm young, I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly
Good morning. Welcome to the Inner City Wake Up Call. This is your host, Dawud El-Amin, coming to you out of Wilmington, North Carolina, 365 days a year. We figured we'd move it up on Saturday, move that time slot. I'm going to get up at 7:30 in the morning on Saturday and Sunday, and it's your weekend. So I said, you know what? Hey, let's so make these shows live. We're going to do some adjustment. So Saturday's show now is going to be live, and Sunday's show now is going to be live, because guess what? I'll be back in the studio by then, and we can have that live show. So we're live online. Call-in number is 92947. I'm sorry. Yes, 929-477-2308 is the call-in number. We are back live and in the studio. Martin Luther King weekend in Wilmington. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun. Several events going on. You had the banquet. That was last night. Breakfast was this morning. Then you have the Battle of the Bands coming on Sunday. And then we had the parade on Monday. Then Monday evening, want all you all to stretch it out this year. Vance Williams is having his family event over at his center, AYO Services. Go contact Vance Williams on Facebook, get that information, and support Brother Vance. He's having something on Monday night. And go by and look at his new building and check him out. You can catch Vance on Facebook. I got a couple things I want to talk about this morning. I'm not going to be long. I enjoy doing these shows. I really have to do them for my health sometimes. If I'm not in the fight, man, I'm gonna be sick. And I try to explain that on a lot of my Facebook posts, that I do this basically to stay in the fight. If you're a boxer and you're not fighting, you're not in the boxing ring, and you're not getting a lick in, then you're gonna get flabby. You're gonna get slow. You're gonna get weak, and you're gonna get bored, and then you're gonna get off to these vices. Because the devil always waiting for vices for you. So you got to stay in the fight. And so something I want to talk about this morning is consistency. How to be consistent at what you're doing. My son wrote a post the other day. He said, we're just pawns in the great scheme of things. And I said, yes, son, we can be pawns. However, for you all that play chess, lesson learned. And for you all that don't know how to play chess, get aboard and learn. In 6 moves, a pawn can be anything you want it to be on the board. In the game of chess, a pawn can only move 1 space at a time. But from one side of the battlefield, because chess is a game of war, to the other side of the battlefield, a pawn can only go in a straight direction. So if you calculate and move a pawn 6 moves ahead with nothing blocking itself, once it gets to the other side, you can call it any piece on the board, meaning that you can call another queen if you got one. If somebody took your queen, you can make it another queen. That's the game of chess. A little old pawn, smallest piece on the board. 6 calculated moves get to the other side, and it can be anything it want to be based on consistency. I'll say that even in the Grandmaster game, for you all chess players out there, in the Grandmaster's game, a pawn can even be a king. Because when Grandmasters play, when a pawn gets to the other side, you can have 2 kings, and you have to catch both kings. Consistency. How to be consistent. You have to be consistent at what you're doing in order to be successful. You can't do it today and then not do it tomorrow. You can't do it tomorrow and then forget about it the day after that. You can't do it the day after that and say you wish you had did it the day before. You got to be consistent. Consistency is what makes it all come together, what makes it all gel. Yes, it's going to be some hard times. It's going to be some difficult times. It's going to be some roll. But as we're going through the weekend, we're going through this Martin Luther King weekend, understand the reason why the brother was so successful, because he was consistent. Once he made his mind up to something, he wouldn't give a drat's tail if nobody was marching. Once he made up his mind, he was going to march. And when people saw he had that fortitude, he had that consistency, that he was a man about his word, then people eventually, thank you, Mr. Hankins, people eventually started following suit. I'm so glad to have brothers like Mr. Hankins. He's just like my father to me, because he gives me inspiration to keep me going, because a lot of times you're not going to have everybody follow. You're not going to have everybody on point, but you got to be consistent about what you're doing. And if you're consistent, people will see the consistency in you, and they might not come right away. It may be somebody from all the way down in Memphis. I see you, sister. Way down in Memphis that's tagging you on a daily basis. Sister Sasha. On a daily basis and saying, hey, keep running. It may be somebody way down in Texas. It may be Miss Summer way down there in Florida that on a daily basis come and tag you one time and say, I see you. Keep running. Sometimes the prophet, they say, is not even known in his own neighborhood, in his own town, in his own family. So you just got to keep running and be consistent on what you're doing, because this is our time. Do not let what's happening in this country, don't let these presidential debates, these presidential debates is a joke. Y'all, let's cut through the chase. Y'all ain't figured this game out by now. Donald Trump ain't no more the conservative than... Donald Trump makes his money off gambling. He rent whole houses in Las Vegas. That's what he run. He run a whole house. He ain't no conservative. Donald Trump paying money so he can get the conservative vote, so he can get Hillary in, so he can keep making money off whole houses. That's what the man do for a living. That man don't care what he's saying. He got a game plan. He playing his game, and it doesn't concern you. And don't even play it. Don't get all worked up on these people, worked up on the base and worked up on the... No, you be consistent about getting worked up on your game plan to get you some a piece of this pie that's out here for free that you can get, and you can get plenty of it right now because they giving it away, and you can get some of it. Believe me, you got a game plan, you got a business plan, you got a nonprofit you want to get started, you got an idea you want to take to creation and make it work. Today is your time. Stop sitting on the sideline with those dreams you got and becoming a dreamer. One thing about Martin Luther King, he had a dream, but he was putting whatever that dream was into motion, being consistent about what he was doing. Them ideas you got, it's your time to make those ideas a reality. Because we call this Joshua's generation anyway. So it's that time. And since we're on that subject right quick, in conclusion, I want to tell you about Joshua. And Mr. Hankins said he liked me to tell stories sometimes, so I'm going to tell you, finish his story. The biblical story of Joshua and the Joshua generation deals with the 10 spies going out to spy the land. I said something in the movie Wilmington on Fire that the older generation is sold out, and I think they got kind of upset with me about it, but I didn't really tell a lie. We did kind of sell out, but I didn't understand what I was saying. It was as if I didn't appreciate their contribution. No, we appreciated the contributions of those before us. We stand on their shoulders. However, this is Joshua's generation. The older generation might not see it like this generation sees it. It's your time to step forward. This generation coming up now, a doggone 5-year-old child can get on a doggone phone and get the computer quicker than you can. They know how to text that thing. Their fingers be working the keyboard. They got this day generation. It's technology. It's the new age. You need something done, you get them to do it. It's their time to move. It's this generation's time to move. But if you got them locked in a situation trying to carry our burdens, that we really don't have any burdens, we just shake them off and start to moving. We got burdens because we ain't doing nothing. But if we started doing something, we'll see quickly we don't have that many burdens. If we put in them the energy, the drive to move forward, Move forward. Get it. I mean, get it. Get land. Yeah, get it. Get income. Yeah, get it. Get business. Yeah, get it. Get education. Yeah, get it. Get economics. Yeah, get it. Just leave the vices of this world alone. I'm telling you, once you cut the vices of the world that's holding you back, once you cut the foolishness out, once you cut the game out, it's plenty for you to go get. It's plenty for them to concentrate on. But you gotta be what? You gotta be consistent. You can't be on it today and not on it tomorrow. So as we're encouraging and we're living through Joshua's generation, you gotta be consistent. Joshua was a very consistent man when it came to Moses. He was very consistent on his duty and his faith. He was very consistent on what he believed in. He was very consistent on how he loved the children of Israel. He didn't love them one day and hate them tomorrow. He was very consistent. And when you're consistent on what you're doing, it will come and you will see it all come together and you will be successful at what you're doing. I hope y'all have a blessed weekend. This been a few minutes this morning. Your brother No Covers. You know I love you. Peace and blessings. And y'all have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you again tomorrow morning live. And I might have some more spiritual messages for you tomorrow morning. Peace and blessings.